Sideshow Collectibles is going to have all your goodness for the general retail releases for X+. Check them out, the link in the description.
Pokemon, Kaiju, Dragon Ball, and more. It's Steven's Toy Reviews.
Hey, hello collector, Steven here, and welcome to the last day of Terror of Cyber Kaiju. That's a shame. But you know what? It's okay because we have more stuff to look forward to throughout the day. But for right now, let's take a look at the Deforeal King Ceasar. Now, this is actually going to be a look at the Rick version of King Ceasar, which is going to come with some extra goodies, including an alternate set of ears and a nice little doggy statue. Alright, so King Ceasar, not a Godzilla kaiju. It's not Godzilla, so that's good. And we have Mechagodzilla 1974 coming. G74 has already been released, so this is going to be 1/3 of the figures that they got. All right, cool. We just need an Anguirus 1974 and we're good to go. Probably not going to happen, so all right, cool. This seems to be a fan favorite, at least by the live stream that I did preparing this review, so I won't delay anymore. And let's take a look to see whether or not King Ceasar is worth adding into your collection. Generally speaking, King Ceasar is rather complicated in the looks department. It's not straightforward like Godzilla, where it's going to be a slab of basically gray vinyl with maybe some blue highlights here and there, white dorsal plates, and then we got to worry about the eyes and nails and call it a day. Nope, not really going to be the case here. King Ceasar is rather difficult because we do have what appear to be scales throughout the figure. We have some fur that needs to be worried about. We got the little gem on the head. We got the beady eyes, which they actually did something really neat for the eyes. At least it seems to be that way. So we'll take a look at that in a second. Generally speaking, King Ceasar was rather difficult to pull off. At least that's what it seems like. And X Plus did a good job here. There seems to be this recurring theme here that I'm talking about the Deforeals for this Terror of Cyber Kaiju weekend. And for everything else I've said about Deforeals, they're pretty much good with only a couple of small flaws here or there. The only issue I have with King Ceasar is going to come with his swappable parts. So we've probably already started the close-up looks, so yeah, King Caesar's good. So what I think at least they did for the eye parts, it looks like they had red plastic behind the eyes and then had translucent plastic with the eye details on it in front. So it's like a dome covering the eyes for the details. So that actually looks pretty good. The green gem on the head is unfortunately not made of metallic plastic or doesn't have metallic paint, which I think would have been cool, but it looks good. The dry brushing for the fur looks good. Teeth look good. The skin has quite a few different types of paint dry brushed on, which looks good, giving it a nice look. The claws look good. The tail is, got a little bit of that loop coming out of his back, but the puff of fur is attached to the body, so maybe someone would be upset about that. Yeah, generally speaking, King Caesar's a win. X Plus kind of knocked this one out of the park. No articulation, so let's go on to accessories, in which King Ceasar is going to come, if you get the Rick version, with alternate ear parts. These are attached by popping the default flopped ears out, and you just pull. I will warn you, very, very tight connection. So, use heat. I would recommend a blow dryer. Reason being is if my idea for the eyes is correct, I don't know how air and or watertight that connection is. So if you're using hot water, water may get in between the gap for that dome, and you don't want water settling in the eyes. So don't do that. But once you go ahead and you do pop the ears off and you pop the new ones on, King Ceasar looks pretty spooked or excited or whatever the case may be. Now, King Ceasar also does come with the King Ceasar statue. That's literally the only name that I could see for this online. I spent like a good 15 minutes searching. If it's got a name, please drop it in the comments. Congratulations, you got one over on me. There you go. Cool. I think it's actually rather odd. But I mean, it's an extra. It's a bonus. I don't think there's anyone going to be upset with this. It's oddly painted with sort of fleshy tones, so I'm kind of uncomfortable having this on the screen more than I need to. But it does look ancient. It looks like a relic. 2 thumbs up there. Now we'll move on over to a size comparison here, so this way you can see how big King Ceasar is going to be alongside his Godzilla screen counterpart, who also has a Rick bonus, which we'll take a look at that in his review as well. And as you can see, the sizing matchup is just fine and dandy. So buy now, skip, or wait for a good deal, which we always love our deals, don't we, folks? Yes, we do. Generally speaking, I would have to say that if you're looking to pick this one up, the Rick version, I don't necessarily know if this is going to be for everyone. Whenever it comes to Deforeals, the Rick versions that come with bonuses, I would always say that those are going to be the ones that you should get, because they generally, at release, run for the same price as the standard releases. However, in this case, with the Rick version being as popular as it is, I don't know. The standard retail release is actually available pretty much everywhere, specifically at Sideshow for like $65. So that's pretty good. So if you're maybe interested in that, head on over and buy it now, so this way you're not going to be losing out and paying buku bucks later. King Ceasar, not a personal favorite of mine when it comes to the kaiju, but for the figure, that's pretty good. Well, collectors, that brings us to the end of the video today, and I just wanted to take a second to thank you so much for watching. Now, you've heard a lot from me. I'd like to hear a little bit from you. Drop in the comments down below whether or not you liked it, you hated it, or maybe you were somewhere in between. I also want to take an extra second here for a nice, humongous thank you to all the patrons for SDR over the last month who have really helped the channel grow into what it can be today. So to all of you, 2 big thumbs up. Thank you very much. And now the end card should be popping up, which will give you a few clickable links, like maybe to subscribe or head on over to my Patreon, or some short URLs like to my social media or to my Teespring store. There's also a video I hand selected for you, so if you want to watch another STR video, I hand selected some good content for you to watch, so definitely check out that video. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll catch ya in the next video.